Nashville from another angle. This is Shelby Avenue, located in East Nashville. It's about 1:45 in the morning. We are headed back to Spring Hill. We did not do stand-up comedy tonight. We watched our friend Judson perform at yet another shitty dive bar called the Cobra. Such a beautiful sight right there. Nashville is a really awesome city. I like cities a lot. I've always liked cities a lot. I always figured that I'd live in a city. Okay, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for some more people. Is anybody coming? Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming. Switch lanes, damn it. Okay. Next to a semi though, which is very nerve-wracking. Get the fuck on, semi. I know you're long, but hop to it. There they go. Beautiful, beautiful sight right there. Yeah, that's a semi, in case you were wondering if I was lying. I don't lie. If I do, I feel bad about it and try to remedy that shit immediately. You know? Like, I'm the type of person, like, I can't tell you that it's 1:45 if it's only 11:44. I know that might seem a little extreme, but I don't think it's extreme. I think that people should be more truthful, not less truthful. I wish that more people had my kind of attitude. Anyway, one more shot of Nashville before we leave. Judson lives out here, lives in the middle of that shit. Midtown. Ooh. Hustler. I'm supposedly doing a comedy show there. It's good. You know, Jesus hung out with the sinners, so. I'll show you all that gay-ass prism once again. I probably should go to Discount Tire and see if my tires are fucked up, considering all the potholes that we've hit just driving around this fucking city. Anyway. I like how you had really, really nice things to say about the city and now it's gone. That enthusiasm is over. It is totally over. Because they can't fix shit in a city, man. Okay, we're switching lanes again. Yeah, it would not surprise me at all if I have serious damage done to my tires because of these potholes. But, you know, whatever. We forgive you, street. You can't help it. Oh, here's one of those cute little signs. Drive sober or get pulled over. That rhymes. Oh my goodness, that rhymes. So clever. Yeah, you know, I'm sure a drunk person sees that and goes, oh shit. What have I done? I'm going to jail. You know, if you're drunk, like, you already know that that's probably a possibility. You just don't care, because that's the point of getting drunk. Okay? I think I can count the number of times I drove drunk on one hand. I was only seriously drunk, like, once. The other 2 times, I think I was, like, slightly drunk. Like, not blackout drunk. But the time that I'm referencing, that when I got behind the wheel, I mean, I was not planning on driving. I was not prepared to drive. But immediately when I sat in the driver's seat, sober. So I get it. I get why drunk people say that. They're like a better driver. I'm sure that's true on some level. And people that have never like been irresponsible and made bad decisions before, they could never understand that. Because it wouldn't even cross their mind that that would be an acceptable decision to make. So like, of course that just sounds like a bunch of horsepucky to somebody that's never broken a rule or a law or like done anything slightly transgressive, you know? But transgressive is the way to go, though. I think so anyway. It's more fun. But just don't get too carried away. But like I said before, coming at everything through the back door is interesting, and I feel like it's a testament to why, you know, that thing still works. If people are getting there through the back door rather than, you know, doing it like the way that they're supposed to do it, or the way they're told to do it, or the way that, you know, most people would think that it gets done, you know, obviously there's something really important there. Oh, cool. A police officer just passed me, and I feel like I'm driving crazy right now, but I'm probably not. This is probably pretty tame compared to what he's used to. But I always think I'm driving bad because I'm a woman. Because that's usually the truth, let's be real. But anyway, I think that Christianity is like kind of a backdoor religion. Because Jesus is like, look, I want to get all the people that think that they can't have this because they're backdoor kind of people, you know? I want to get all the people that are like too fucked up to come in the normal way, because, you know, there are some people that are like religious, and they've always been religious, and they've always had that like recognition of right and wrong, and okay, I do it this way because it makes sense. But I feel like one of the reasons why, you know, people like me and a lot of people I know, a lot of millennials, they end up becoming liberals and degenerate and carving up their body and having a bunch of premarital sex and drinking and doing a lot of drugs. And like, yeah, that's totally my life. That was my life for a long time. The reason for that is because they see the alternative is so boring. They see it as so lame, and like, there's not much life to it. There's not much life to, you know, I married my high school sweetheart, and that's the end of that story, you know? Like, so I get it. I get like the appeal to just traveling and living this really extravagant life, like even if it's trash, you know, like it still feels like you're taking a risk. But I think it's all a risk. You make a life decision, you choose to marry somebody, that's a huge risk. You choose to put all of your faith in an idea of, you know, being with somebody for the rest of your life. It's a huge risk. Having a family, you know, just trying to make things work with other people, that's really hard, you know. But, you know, getting tattoos and like putting random stuff into your body and like not having any idea if you're gonna have an STD tomorrow. Like that's a pretty big risk too. I guess it just depends on what you want to do, right? But I don't know, I was watching all these people tonight. So I went to 2 different dive bars tonight. We went to the Cobra and then we went to this place called Dino's, which is like I mean, it's a bar and it's a restaurant. They're known for their food, late night food in particular. And I saw the bathroom stalls. They both said genderless, void. Ugh. I mean, it is in East Nashville. East Nashville's like woke. You know, they're super liberal. They're right up the street from this comedy club where I refuse to do comedy because of this bullshit with that waxing, as I call it. So, I think I did a video of that where I like zoomed in on that bullshit. They were requiring everybody to have their little guinea pig card, you know, proof that you've been guinea pigged and proof that you've been stuck with the adjuvants, the virus plus the adjuvants. So yeah, fuck that motherfucking place. Anyway, this dive bar was up the street from that shithole. And yeah, like all these bars around here, I don't think there's a single bar in East Nashville that's like the slightest bit conservative. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You probably are. There's got to be some little pocket of that left. You know? It's like it doesn't matter how hopeless everything seems, there's always going to be people that like insist on something old school or something conservative or something, you know, normal, whatever you want to call that. Like these small businesses, I feel like they'll still do well because of the fact that they have the kind of business, like they know how to run a business and they have something that's authentic. You know, something I've noticed with every small business that's been successful is that they have something that they can't achieve anywhere else, you know? Motherfucker behind me is pissing me off. I want them to leave. I don't like it when people are behind me because you always think it's a police officer. Yes! Yes, I can't help it. And I'm driving perfect. Just don't go too fast though. Just make sure not to go too fast. But they're leaving. They're not a cop. That's always what I do. That's a good little tester. We are in the fast lane though, so we're breaking one of our many rules. Yeah, but it's like almost 2 in the morning, so it doesn't really matter. Does the fast lane even count at 2 a.m.? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it does. Anyway, I'm trying to go to bed when I want to get home. I have a problem with that. Every single time that I get home, I don't want to go to bed. Doesn't matter how tired I am on the drive home. Doesn't matter how tired I was wherever I was before I decided to go home. It's like, once I get home, back to conspiracy land, back to seminar time. Right. It's funny. Dude, I met this girl tonight. I don't know if Jet's banging her or whatever, but it's like, she's really fucking cute though. She reminds me of so many girls. Like her voice is like so annoying, but like Well, I kept talking to her though, and I was like, she's actually really funny and interesting and sweet. I don't want to say she's pure or anything like that, but I feel like she has potential to be a better person. And she goes to church too. It's not denominational. We forgive. Yeah, well, I'm sure her church is good. If it's good for you, it's good for you. You know. She's got one of those voices. She sounds exactly like that. Like Dewey T, dude. But the thing is though, she was saying funny things. And like, I don't care how annoying your voice is if you say funny things. And that's the problem that I have with women, is that they're really annoying, but they don't say funny things. They say things that are so fucking wrong all the time. And I told her, I was like, look, I'm a sexist. And I was like, I don't like women for the most part. And she's like, you know, I don't really either. That's the thing. I have met so many women. I say that, and then they tell me that. They go, yeah, you're right. Women are really annoying. There's so many women that hate women. That's okay. Misogyny just means that you notice how annoying women are, or how wrong they are, or how stupid they are. And I don't believe, I'm not a feminist, but I don't think that all women are just supposed to be these carbon copies of one another. I just don't look at anybody like that. So I can understand the perspective of like, you know, I want to be more than just a slip and slide, you know, like I made this joke a long time ago about how, like, if I wasn't schizophrenic, I would want my vagina to be a slip and slide for my husband and my uterus to be a slip and slide for our kids. So, you know, we'd have a lot of sex, that's what I'm saying. We'd have a fuck ton of kids. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, if I was normal, I would do that. But they're fighting normalcy. And I guess that's why, like, I can talk about this from a strictly outsider's perspective. But it's like, I see the value of that, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. And so it really bothers me that people, it's like they're choosing this degenerate, you know, I don't give a fuck about tomorrow kind of lifestyle. And they don't realize, like, how much of a disservice they're doing themselves. Like, if I wasn't up until, you know, 6 a.m. talking to myself about things that nobody else wants to hear about, like, if I wasn't always, like, processing information, if I had any more time on my hands to just completely devote it to, like, another human being, and, you know, I would totally do that. And I think that's such a, I think it's an underrated thing, I really do. And there are plenty of people that have that, you know, they have a spouse and they have children, and it's just like, they don't really appreciate it. So, I mean, I see them all the time. It's like they're all on their phones. They're addicted to their phones. I'm sure when they go home, they watch TV, and when their kids misbehave, they beat the shit out of them because they don't know how else to raise them, which is so immature. It's like Americans just don't know how to deal with any problems in this country. They always assume, okay, this is annoying, so I'm just gonna shut it off, or I'm gonna punish it because it annoys me. You know, it's just stupid. It's like, if you were smarter, you would try to work with it. You try to understand it and work with it. But I don't know. I guess this is why people say I should have kids. They're like, man, you would raise some good kids. Yeah, I would, but I'd have to fuck somebody. I don't want to do that. It's like, I might be attracted to somebody, but that doesn't mean that I can have sex with them. That's something completely different. The more I think about it, the more I'm totally disgusted by the fact that I did that at all. I wish I had never done that. I wish that my vagina was just clean as a whistle, but it's not. And I have to live with that shit. Oh, shit. Judson's texting me, begging me to let him know when I make it home. Some of the people do that, though. They do that when they're drunk. They're like, let me know when you get home. Bitch, you're gonna pass the fuck out. Whenever you receive that text, you're already gonna be in the bed. Or wherever the fuck you are. You're gonna be in the middle of the street. No, he was drunk. He was drunk. He wasn't that drunk, though. He was amazing, though, dude. Amazing. Like, his whole performance was just incredible. Like, what he and Shannon are doing is really, really good. It's definitely out there. And, you know, everybody was pretty captivated by it. No, I get it. They were all his fans. So, it's a little bit different. When you got people watching you, like, trust me, I know, like, 'cause there's so many people in the comedy scene that love the fuck out of me, and they want to watch me perform, but it's like they already know what I'm capable of, versus, you know, people that don't know me, that have no idea what I'm doing, they're seeing me for the first time. But, you know, I performed last night. There were a few black people there. It's the only reason I mention their race is because that shit matters. Race does matter, damn it. It matters. And the reason why it matters is because there are stereotypes for a reason, and there are good ones and there are bad ones, and they're all true, okay? One of the positive stereotypes about blacks is that they're more creative. So, because they're more creative, they're more in tune with their soul. And so, doing stand-up comedy, I think it's really hard to entertain black people when you're white, because I don't think that white people have as much soul. I think it's a lot harder for them to, like, just feel comfortable with themselves and let loose. And I've noticed that with so many white people, they try to do these jokes and they just stop because they don't have confidence in themselves. For me, I just don't give a shit. I'll just sit up there and do a joke and continue to bomb. Be like, you know what? Fuck you. It's like I'll make a joke about the joke not working. I won't do it in a self-deprecating way, though. So many people do that. I don't do that shit. I reward myself, and I just punish the audience. I say, you know, you're just not smart. I insult them. But I guess it's not really a punishment because they laugh at that. But I guess maybe that's somewhat of a gift that I have opened because of how many times I disappoint people. So I've turned that disappointment into a joke. And it's a joke that works really, really well for me. Because what wins people over every single time is self-awareness. That's what makes a person funny. So whenever you get up there and you make fun of things that you know that people are going to see about you, like, you know, fat people do it all the time. Fat people make fun of their weight. I don't really want to draw attention to being a woman, but I know that people hate female comedy because female comics tend to suck at it. They're just boring. They sound like that woman that I talked to tonight who's real sweet and actually funny. I'm sure if she did comedy, she'd be so obnoxious, but in the real time, she's really funny. Or maybe she was just drunk, though. She was really drunk, so drunk people are pretty funny. No, she's... aware of herself. Awareness makes people funny. So, yeah, like if I draw attention to the fact that, okay, people don't understand me, but instead of being like, oh, you know, that didn't work, you know, it's, fuck that shit. Why didn't it work? Because the audience is stupid! There you go. Just taught y'all a lot. But it's okay though. Just don't be mean about it. Don't get offended. Don't be mad. doesn't matter. You don't need their approval. That's always what I say to him, like, God liked it. So, fuck off. I'm not here to please you, I'm here to please God. Me sitting up here doing stand up, sit down, that pleases God. Jesus Christ healed that woman on the Sabbath day, okay? You can always, like, twist it. You just keep twisting it until you get them to understand where you're coming from. And even if they don't, you gotta make it work any way possible. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out like a good way that I can position myself up there where I'm the most comfortable. And then I can do my jokes with ease. And then I don't have to be all stressed out. Okay, slow down. 5-0. 5-0 coming up. Right there? Is he right there? Hold on. Okay. False flag. I thought there was a cop up here. There's usually a cop sitting right in the middle so he can catch people on both sides. That sneaky son of a bitch. No, he might be somewhere else though. We're trying to be good tonight. We're gonna go to church in the morning. We're gonna sing. We sang tonight at a wedding. It was the blessing of a wedding that already took place. But oh, it's raining, y'all. Is that what that is? Is that still rain, or has the government changed it? Is that frog juice? What is it? Frog juice. Frog juice, get it? Ha ha ha. There's not really a joke. It didn't even make sense. It was just absurd. I just wanted to bring up Jews. Speaking of Jew, Ronit. She never came to the Cobra tonight. It's okay, we didn't expect her to show up. Because I texted her, I told her I was going. But it's like, if I don't pick her up, she won't fucking come. Lazy cow. But, yeah, she came to the Holistic Connection last night with me. I picked her up. And we went out to eat some sushi beforehand. And that was fun. Really nice. If you're in Nashville, there's a really amazing sushi bar. It's off of Elliston Place. It's called The Taste of Tokyo. Actually, no, it's not. It is not called The Taste of Tokyo. I don't know why you keep calling it that. It's called The Samurai. Okay. The Samurai. Sorry. That's the man in my head correcting me, as he should. But, yeah, The Samurai. Didn't it used to be called The Taste of Tokyo? Maybe there was another sushi bar that had that name. I don't know. But you keep confusing it. But it's called The Samurai. Yes, okay. So The Samurai is off Elliston Place. It's across from this hookah bar called Aladdin's. And formerly the Exit Inn. So sad. So sad. There are a bunch of places that have closed down. It's really sad. The Gold Rush is closed. I don't know what happened over there. I don't know if a fire broke out or something like that. But that place... looks like somebody burned it to the ground. Who knows? Maybe it was Antifa. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if maybe that happened. Maybe... did that happen in Nashville? Because I know that there were a bunch of places broken into off of Broadway. But, I mean, fuck, that might have happened with Elliston Place as well. Just never know. Especially if, like, the person that owned it could have been, like, a Trump supporter or something. You just don't know. These people are crazy, and, you know, if you're crazy in a really terrible way, that's what's in right now, and you can get away with doing horrible things to good people, and the judicial system is totally fine with it, you know? But let's face it, I feel like that's always been the case. It just wasn't in our face the way that it is now. And you think like, oh, it's in our face, we can do something about it. But no, that's not the case, because everybody's addicted to technology, so they can't come up with solutions that would actually be effective and long-lasting and make a lick of sense. So, you know, parallel society, I've always been in favor of that, but that's also because I'm an anarchist, and I do think outside the box because I don't stare at one, as you can see. Anyway, I think that's long enough.